push the button. Now it should be go live. Does it now actually show us you're live? There we go. Is it working? I need to get ready for the net as well. It's always last second, isn't it? There we go. Working. Brilliant.
Do a slight adjustment, can you? Is that okay to move it?
Yeah, it's right. We're just it's about 15 seconds behind delayed, but as long as it's working, we're good to go. So let me just make sure there is some audio coming out of it. Yes, there is. Good. Right, well, good evening to everybody on YouTube. Took me slightly longer to get that working than I thought, but it should be working now. Feel free to say hello in the chat and let me know whether you can hear me okay. I'm going to be calling out on GB3DA in a few minutes, 3 minutes time. And we'll see who joins us. Going to cost me a fortune.
Yeah, I told them the shaving club this morning, 2 meters and top band, WhatsApping people all day today.
Fantastic. Appreciated.
That's fine, mate. What a course. Brilliant course. What do I need to look for on YouTube?
So if you look, do you know my Twitter? Are you on Twitter?
No, I'm not on
Right,
Twitter.
hang on. Let me see if I can get the link and I'll send it to you.
2 messages to say from a couple of people saying they try and get on.
Let me find the tweet. Yes, there it is. So if I copy that link, copy the link, and then send that in WhatsApp to, too many buttons, Aubrey, paste, there you go, boom, so you've now got the link in WhatsApp.
Right, got it.
Good evening, everybody. Right, there's a couple of people watching, so if you aren't watching, let me know you can hear me. And just maybe send me a chat. Let me know what the audio quality is like, whether it's too loud, too quiet, and we'll see what we can do. We can probably turn it up a little bit here. If I push that button, now I've got to make sure that that's working, which it... There you go. You can hear me, so... Are we getting? Yes, we are. So we've got audio on there. So we can turn that up. That should turn that up. Yes. Right. First time using all this technology, and I will tweet a picture of it because there's quite a lot of stuff going on here. We've got 2 radios, an iPad, speakers, mixers, microphones, projectors. It's all going. Right, we're nearly there, aren't we?
It's 7:59.
Ooh. Mickey says it's nearly time. We'll put it on the clock. Oh, look, 7 o'clock. Right then. Let's start the net. Very good. Let me just push some buttons so I don't hear myself. Very good evening, everybody. This is Andrew, M008, with the special event call sign Golf Bravo 8 Papa Charlie Alpha, calling CQ for the Essex Ham Monday Night Net. GB8PCA listening.
Mike 0 Lima Mike Romeo Mobile.
M0 LMR Mobile, very good evening to you. Anybody else?
The G4MDB, good evening. Good evening.
G4MDB, got you there. Anybody else, please? This is Golf Bravo 8 Papa Charlie Alpha.
M7TRU.
Good evening, Mick, M7TRU, double with somebody, so there was another caller. Please go ahead.
Yeah, this is 2E0HVO.
2E0HBO, thank you very much, got you down. Anybody else?
2 Echo 0, Hotel Bravo.
Thank you very much, Brian. Very good evening to you, 2E0WHB. This is Golf Bravo 8, Papa Charlie Alpha, and if anybody else is there.
0,
Someone very scratchy, let me turn the DSP on, try again.
M0XMT.
M0XMT, yep, definitely got you there. Anybody else?
0BOB.
That last one, sorry, was a bit quick for me. Try again.
Bravo.
I just got Bravo. Give it a second, key up and then give it a second just for the repeater kit to kick in. And the setup that we've got here might be adding a bit of an extra delay. The station ending Bravo.
Echo 0, Bravo, Oscar Bravo. I'm not staying, Andrew. I'm just calling in to say a good evening and hello.
Got you there, Bob. Thank you very much. Yes, thank you very much. Well, if you're not staying, I'll just put you down at 8:02. Thank you very much indeed for calling in. Costed me £1. But we'll go through that more, as I'm sure you've already heard from Albury earlier today. Right, anybody else before we kick off the net? This is Golf Bravo 8, Papa Charlie Alpha listening.
Mike 0, Tango, Whiskey.
Again, 2 stations doubled there. There was a Mike 0 station. Go ahead.
Yeah, Mike 0, Tango, Whiskey.
Mike 0, Tango, Whiskey, question mark, I think it was.
Yeah, Mike 0, Tango, Whiskey.
Yeah, okay, got you. You're obviously very close to me because I'm getting you on the input as well, and that was what was confusing me because I've got 2 radios on the go, through a mixer, streaming on YouTube, and it was a bit of an echo, so that was my fault, not yours. Thank you very much, got you there. And there was another station calling as well, I believe. This is GB8PCA listening.
Germany 8, Charlie Yankee Kilowatt.
Charlie Yankee Kilowatt, just the prefix for me.
G8, Golf 8.
Thank you very much, G8CYK. Very good evening to you. Let's see if anybody else is there.
Mike 7, Victor Papa Mike.
Mike 7, Victor Papa Mike. Very good evening to you as well. Right, final call, see if anybody's else there, and then we'll go to the top and we'll work our way through the list. Anybody else like to join this evening? This is Golf Bravo 8, Papa Charlie Alpha. Okay, aircon of the hack space. I know where I'm to be spending the rest of the week. Indeed, yes, I've got the aircon going there. Jim Jones on YouTube. Good evening. Right, let's get proceedings underway. Very good evening, everybody. This is Andrew with the special event call sign Golf Bravo 8, Papa Charlie Alpha. Just before we start, I'm just going to give you a little bit of information about it. The PCA stands for Prostate Cancer Awareness. The number 8, which stands for the 1 in 8 men that will be touched by prostate cancer in their lifetime. And the reason I'm doing this is to, as it says, raise awareness of prostate cancer and to talk about my own treatments, which I've had for prostate cancer this year. So, and somebody's at the door, as you probably hear on the doorbell. Anyway, one thing I am doing is thank you to everybody that has joined so far. I am going to be donating £1 for every logged QSO on this call sign, and we've got lots of events coming up over the next couple of weeks. So take a look at QRZ, all the information's on there, but just by calling up, you are making a difference by helping me to donate some money to the charity. So without any more waffle from me, M0LMR Mobile, this is Golf Bravo 8, Papa Charlie Alpha.
GB8PCA, M0LMR mobile returning. Good evening, Andrew. Good evening, everyone else that's joining the net. What a lovely evening it is. Yeah, we're actually parked up here at Radio Windmill at the moment. Come out for a drive and we park up here for a little while. Thought we'd come and join on the net and say hi to everyone. And well done, Andrew. And it's a fantastic awareness that you're doing for everyone, and also fantastic and great news that you're hopefully all good and okay. And well done. Yeah, just parked up, and we're going to go moving in a little while, probably. So, yeah, back to you, Andrew. Looking forward to the net. GB8PCA. Back to you from me, M0LMR Mobile.
M0LMR Mobile from Golf Bravo 8 Papa Charlie Alpha. Thank you very much, Dorothy. Well, good to see you in a few minutes here at the Essex Hack space in Hockley, where we are broadcasting live on DVA and also out on YouTube as well. And if anybody wants the link to YouTube, Pete has tweeted it. I've also tweeted it. So Essex Ham Twitter account, or One New Ham on Twitter. I've tweeted out a link to YouTube if you wish to watch. Right, Bob G4MDB, very good evening to you. From Golf Bravo 8, Papa Charlie Alpha.
Yeah, fine business, Andrew, and yeah, great cause you're contributing to there. Well done, and congratulations on you, really, and taking it all and getting the recovery and taking the courage to come on the air and talk about it. That's absolutely great. This is G4MDB, Bob here in Chelmsford. A very good evening to all the others on the net as well. And yeah, surviving in the heat as we all are. But yes, I can see you there. I think I saw Pete there, M0PZX. Is that going across the doorway at the back on your live streaming there, Andrew? I'm watching you now, writing and making notes. And hi, Andy. And having cups of tea and all the rest of it. So you take care, pal. Probably be the one and only from me, because you've got a lot on your plate tonight. Hope it all goes well. It obviously is going well for you. And congratulations, pal. Lovely to hear you on the air. So that is, let's get it correct, Golf Bravo 8, Papa Charlie Alpha. Round to you, Andrew, as net controller. Well done, pal. G4MDB, signing clear. We'll be listening on for a bit, Andrew. Go ahead.
G4MDB, GB8PCA. Thank you very much for coming on, Bob. As I say, I'll be donating £1 to the Prostate Cancer UK charity, which helped me. And yeah, I've come in on to talk about it. I've been very open about the fact that I got diagnosed with prostate cancer earlier this year, and I've had surgery, and all signs are that I'm in full remission now. So the key is early detection and treatment. So it's definitely worth talking about these things, which us blokes are not very good at sometimes. Thank you. I'll put you down in the log as sign-in, but forgive me if I call you, because I'll probably forget and call you again. But very good evening to you, Bob. Mick, M7TRU, round to you from GB8PCA.
M7TRU joining the group. Evening all. Yes, it's better to be aware than not be aware, isn't it, with the prostate cancer awareness stuff. So, you know, good on you, Andrew. And as they say, it's good to talk, isn't it? Yeah, this morning, today, it's been a bit of a radio day. And I went on that internet gateway and spoke to that Yota bloke in New Zealand for the first time. He sort of runs it first thing in the morning. And because of his New Zealand accent, I only really understood half of what he was saying. It takes a while for you to get that sort of rhythm of a different sort of accent. So I wasn't quick enough, you know, getting into the rhythm of the New Zealand accent. I think Aussie accent is easier to understand, but, you know, give it time. You can understand anybody. But, yeah, very nice bloke. I wouldn't call myself Yota myself, but he did say, you know, anybody could join in. Anyway, back to you, Andrew, GB8PCA from M7TRU.
as well. There we go. I've turned my microphone down. Apologies. So yes, doing multitasking here, which is a bit of a challenge. But yeah, well, those internet gateways are great, aren't they? And the digital modes as well. I was having a chat with some guys in Canada, just using my ICOM handheld into my little D-Star hotspot and chatting around the world, and you can do it with all the different modes, and it's just nice to talk to some different people, but like-minded people on the amateur radio as well. So yeah, great. I enjoy all the modes, and I try and talk to as many people as possible. So as you say, good to talk. Thanks, Mick, and I'm guessing you're not far on. I'm wondering whether you're not far from the hack space, because I can hear you on the input as well. And the input is an ICOM ID52 sat on the desktop listening to the input frequency for GB3DA. So if I'm picking you up, you can't be that far away. So maybe we'll see you in a second when I've finished the net. Right, next on my list is 2 Echo Zero Hotel Bravo Oscar. I've got, I think if I can read my own handwriting, from GB8PCA.
Yeah, GB8PCA from 2 Echo Zero Hotel Victor Oscar. So you're pretty close. Yeah, so HVO. Hi everyone, it's Ian here. It's been a few weeks since I was last on. I've been on holiday and working and all that kind of stuff, so a little bit distracted, but it's nice to reconnect with the network. And congratulations, Andrew. I think it's fantastic you're bringing awareness to the prostate cancer problem. You know, again, encourage everyone to get the PSA done every year and figure out what's going on. But no, really, really good calls and really, really brave of you and honest to broadcast your story. So well on that. And yeah, hi to everyone. Yes, so for me, sitting here and actually not too hot. I've had the air conditioning on today, so it's just about bearable. As I say, been on and off the radio since I got back from holiday, mostly on 40 metres, but nice to get back on FM. So hi everyone, and I look forward to the chat this evening. So GB8PCA from 2 Echo Zero Hotel Victor Oscar.
2E0HVO Victor Oscar. Thank you for correcting me. I've done that on my log. Apologies, I got that wrong. I was scribbling lots of things down here, and we're using a new setup for the first time this evening. So audio from the radio is coming through a little mixer board, and then being to an external speaker, and also being pushed into the laptop, which is streaming to YouTube. So technical, to say the least. And Pete from Essex Ham has helped me set this all up this evening here at the Hack Space, and there's quite a few people I can hear talking outside. So that's good that a few people have come up as well. So, Brian, 2E0WHB, a very good evening to you, sir, from GB8PCA.
Golf Bravo 8, Papa Charlie Alpha, this is 2 Echo Zero WHB. First and foremost, and most importantly, congratulations on having the surgery. I hope it all goes well for you and pans out well. I really do. Now, what I'm going to say, I'm not taking the mickey. I would love to see a video of some prostate surgery, because a male relative of mine, I always remember the conversation, and it was a long time back. It would have been 70 years ago when he had prostate surgery, and I have all the stuff in my mind that what he was saying at a family gathering. But the thing that really gets me is that all his suits, all his suit trousers, all his working trousers, all had to go to the tailors to have a leather insert put down the side. And I'm sorry, ladies that are on here, that it hung, because he couldn't stop himself leaking. And I'd like to say, no, because I know what he went through. He told me years ago at family gathering. I'd like to know what the modern version of that surgery type of thing round there is. So once again, glad you've had it. I hope it works out really well for you. And yeah, it's quite a worrying place to have anything, isn't it? Back to you.
2E0WHB, GB8PCA. Yes, Brian, it's very interesting, because I could have had it recorded, interestingly. They would have videoed it and put it on a DVD for me, but I elected not to. But yeah, my surgery was all done via laparoscopic, robotically assisted. surgery. So I had 6 small holes across my abdomen where they put the prongs from the big robot in, and then it's all done. The surgeon actually sits the other side of the operating room with joysticks and a 3D monitor. If you want to see a picture of the Da Vinci machine, have a look at my website, which is onenewham.net, and under the blog there is my story where I've listed out all the things that happened to me and a picture of the Da Vinci robot. Yes, unfortunately there are some potential side effects. Things have got a lot better in recent years, and certainly having the robotically assisted surgery means that I've been very fortunate. I haven't suffered from any incontinence, but incontinence can be one of the side effects of having prostate surgery, because it obviously is at the bottom of the bladder where the prostate is, so cutting anything out of a human body can cause nerve damage. But I had a fantastic surgeon, and I'm happy to say that in my case, again, that early diagnosis means that not only did they get the cancer out, but I've not suffered any of the side effects that are sometimes associated with it. So thanks, Brian. And yeah, it's amazing what they can do, and some of the, as you say, videos and things that you can see, but I didn't want to see them. Next is M0XMT from GB8PCA.
GB8PCA from M0XMT. Good evening, everybody. Well done, Andrew. Yeah, I'll just put the antenna up a little bit further, because it's got taken down in the winter, so maybe I'm a bit better getting in. So yeah, all good. I've just been actually caught up looking through your QRZ, and I'm about to do the check your risk thing. Crikes, I mean, I'm probably at risk of everything. There you go. So I'll do that in a minute. So are we taking the mic and using our other call signs? I will donate to you on your Just Giving, but I wonder if someone suggested that before, might use your other call sign. Not sure I'll be able to even hit you with my M6, but we'll just see. But anyway, there you go. Over to you, Andrew. Carry on. Cheers, mate. GB8PCA from M0XMT.
M0XMT from GB8PCA. Yes, I think Aubrey is hell-bent on getting me, bankrupting me with every call sign that everyone's ever got. But no, absolutely. As I say, I will be donating. The Prostate Cancer UK charity were very good to me, and helped me all the way through from that very early diagnosis, which is the scary bit when you get told that you've got cancer. Before you do all the research and realise just how survivable, if it's detected early, prostate cancer can be. So yes, well, I can get you on the input. Well, you say you put your antenna up. I could hear you on the input here at the Hack Space on a ICOM ID52, which has just got a little whip antenna sat on the desk, and that was picking you up, no problems at all. Right, let's just see if Bob is there. I know he said it's signed, but 2E0BOB, wonder if you're still listening, Bob, from GB8PCA. No, okay, he did say he was going to sign to the one and only, so thank you for popping up if you are still listening, Bob. Right, next on the list, M0 Tango Whiskey. And I've got to remember to turn the input down because you're nice and strong on there. Can you give me the name for the log? I haven't got the name. This is GB8PCA.
GB8PCA, Andrew, very good evening, and good evening, everyone. Name is Tim, Tango India Mike. I'm in Westcliff. And Andrew, thanks for putting the station on. All very interesting, and I'll say good luck, and 7-3 from me. GB8PCA, M0TWW, over.
M0TWW, Tim, thank you very much indeed, and the call sign is going to be used throughout August. We're going to be doing a couple of more events. If you have a look at QRZ, the dates are all there, but this Saturday we're going to be here at the Hack Space in Hockley. If you want to pop along and see some faces, there'll be quite a few people. They're all outside having a cup of tea at the moment and talking, and there's Richard just come in as well. So yes. Yeah, if you fancy coming along, have a look at the dates and pop along. Be great to see you as well. Next on the list, G8CYK, GB8PCA. Very good evening.
GB8PCA, G8CYK. Yeah, hello there, and good evening to everybody. Andy, we've got people wandering in and out there. I can't hear you on the input, which I'm fairly surprised about, because I can hear just about everybody else, but obviously not the best of paths. Yes, congratulations on your initiative here. I haven't actually mentioned this on AM radio before, but I was diagnosed in 2016 with a surprise PCA report from a blood test, which shook me and the doctor. It was a big one, and I didn't opt for the surgery because it was not possible. The nature of the tumour was that it was wrapped around a few nerve clusters, which was extraordinarily worrying at the time. However, I opted for the latest microwave at the absolutely brand spanking new facility that's up at Colchester. Literally, the engineers were just sort of commissioning it as I rolled up for one session, and they managed to point it with reasonable accuracy. And I have been pretty much, touch wood, it's one of those things you just don't want to mention. I have had a pretty clear run since, and it was, well, painless is probably not quite the word. There were various consequences, and the chief consequence of which is that there was a slight nerve reaction, and I found it difficult to walk in a straight line for 6 or so months afterwards. In fact, I used to walk like a supermarket trolley. If I concentrated hard, I could walk in a straight line. If I didn't, I just found myself wandering from side to side, and that was quite unnerving too. Plus, I had all sorts of lovely pills that I didn't know at the time what they were doing, but I was assured that they were good for me. And I was given lots of things to sign that basically said, if you don't take this option of treatment, hang on, did I time out? If I'm timing out, I'm watching you on YouTube, so wave at me if can you still hear me? Right, I don't know. I hope I haven't timed out, because if I have, I'm talking to a lot of dead air. Anyway, I will hand this over for the time being, and I'll continue the happy story next time round. Back to you there, Tim. G8CYK, bye.
G8CYK, GB8PCA. Now, you didn't time out. The thing with the YouTube is about 20 seconds delay on the YouTube stream. So I did put my thumb up to say we could still hear you, but it takes 20 seconds for it to flash up on YouTube. But okay, well, there are lots of different treatments available now. It doesn't have to be surgery, and you know, different people will opt for the different treatments, whether that's radiotherapy, brachytherapy, where they put a radioactive grain of rice and implant it inside the tumour. There's HIFU, there's ablation, there's all different ones, and we discussed all of those. Personally, for me, at my age of 47, which is very young for prostate cancer, and my PSA, which at its highest level was only 3.8, which is actually not that high, but it comes down to what's called the PSA density. So they'll do an MRI and see so they can get the actual measurement and size of your prostate. Mine was not enlarged, which means that 3.8, the density over the volume of the prostate was actually high, and that's why I had the biopsy with it, which then found one of the tumours, and when they took the prostate out, there were actually 2 tumours. One of them had not been found on the biopsy. So, but great to hear that there are these new treatments that are coming out, and it worked for you. And yes, there is a recovery period, isn't there? But the alternative, of course, is much worse. So, great to hear that that you're recovering as well. Right, M7 VPM, the last one on the current list. This is GB8PCA.
Yeah, good evening, Andrew, and good evening, everyone. Yeah, I just wanted to say, great what you're doing. We hear about these stories all around us, but we're not very good as men at discussing this sort of thing. So it's great what you're doing. I'm really pleased for you, and I've just read your story with the link on QRZ. Absolutely amazing. That's brilliant. I won't stay because the station master is calling me, but I just really wanted to just cost you £1, really. But I think it's great what you're doing, and I wish you all the best and continue. M7 VPM, thank you.
M7 VPM, this is GB8PCA. No problem at all, and I appreciate you costing me £1. That's another £1 that I can donate to the charity. And yeah, you're absolutely right. Great to talk about these things, and you know, I'm glad that even already me being open and talking about these things, other people have come along and picked up their own health issues which they've got, and you know, got those things looked at by their doctor. So it's the key of why I'm doing this. I'm not looking for sympathy or anything, because I'm fine again now. So there we go. Right, that's the bottom of the list. That was half an hour to get through that round. That's £10 so far donated this evening. Let's see if anybody else wants to cost me £1. So everybody that comes on and I log a QSO with this call sign GB8PCA, I will be donating £1 to Prostate Cancer UK charity. So Golf Bravo 8 Papa Charlie Alpha, listening for anybody else.
M0 NFJ.
Alpha, this is Mike 0 Julia Bravo Yankee.
Okay, 2 stations there. I think I got both of them. It was M0NFJ and M0JBY, I believe. Anybody else?
M0NFJ.
Yeah, M0NFJ got you, and I'll come back to you in a second. Anybody else like to join? Okay, 2 more for this round. So M0NFJ, a very good evening to you from Golf Bravo 8, Papa Charlie Alpha, Prostate Cancer Awareness.
It's M0NFJ. Did JB White get in before me there, Andrew? Sorry, just being polite.
No, I got you first, JBY second. So go ahead.
Right, wonderful. Well, Andrew, I just want to say thanks very much for doing this, and congratulations on beating it and getting through it, because I think I mentioned last week, this one kind of touches me a little bit, because it's, my dad was diagnosed some time back, but unfortunately the early diagnosis didn't happen. He was one to soldier through these things and soldier through aches, pains and worries, and, well, not worry about them, but unfortunately by the time it was diagnosed it spread too far. But just to add a little bit of humour to this one, we played a song at his funeral which was Tower of Song by Leonard Cohen, and the reason was that, in keeping with Dad's sense of humour, while he was in the hospital, the song came on, and I don't know if any of you know the song. There's a line on there which says, "My friends are gone and my hair is grey and I ache in the places where I used to play." And Dad's comment to the radio was, "Yeah, I know what you mean there, Leonard." And so we thought it was kind of a bit funny and befitting to then... Oh, I think I went over. Anyway, cheers, Andrew. Wonderful. It's great. And congratulations on beating the damn thing. Well done. From M0NFJ back to GB8PCA.
M0NFJ from GB8PCA. Well, I'm very sorry to hear about your dad passing from this. Yeah, early diagnosis is, with any disease, is the key to getting and prompt treatment. People will, sort of say to me, well, I think of it a bit like a toothache. You know, when you get a toothache, some people will go, oh, it'll be fine, I'll just take some paracetamol and it will go away. Well, it's not. You've got to go and get it treated, because it's only going to get worse. And the longer you leave it, the more likely you're going to end up having to have root canal surgery or the tooth removed. So go and get it treated straight away, and that's one of the key things with this. Those that have probably read my story know that this all started middle of last year, where it just changes for the way that I was going for a wee. And the first couple of months I just put it down to, I'm getting a bit older. You have to get up 3 times in the night, and changes to the way you eat as you get older. But I knew my body wasn't right, something wasn't right, so finally, after a couple of months, I did decide to go and get checked, and then it was another 6 months as we were doing all the tests, rechecking the PSA level that it was going up and up before I had the biopsy where they found the cancer. So, yeah, very lucky. It had grown to quite a large size inside the prostate, but they managed to get it out before it spread anywhere else. So that is the key. And humour, I can't maul up for humour at funerals. It's meant to be a celebration of people's life, not just a grieving process for me. But there we are. Everyone's different. Right, M0JBY, I think I got that right, from Golf Bravo 8, Papa Charlie Alpha.
Golf Bravo 8, Papa Charlie Alpha, this is Mike 0, Julia Bravo Yankee, it's Elliot here. All the best, Andrew, with your operations and things like that, and hope everything works out well for you. And as everybody talks about loads of things these days, as you said, it's the earlier people moan about something to their doctor, the quicker things can get sorted and the less damage occurs. So wishing you all the best, Andrew, for the future. This is Mike 0, Julia Bravo Yankee, returning to Golf Bravo 8, Papa Charlie Alpha.
M0JBY, GB8PCA. Absolutely. Thanks, Elliot. And thank you for having a contact with me. That does mean I will donate £1 to the charity for every QSO. Right. I'm just looking at how long it's taken us to do it. I'm going to put one final call out, see if anybody else wants to join. As it's taken over half an hour for each round, I'm going to say we'll probably do a penultimate and then a final, because that's an hour's worth. So let's see if anybody else is going to join us and cost me £1. If you do want to have a quick QSO with GB8PCA, then please give us a call sign and I will donate £1 for every QSO that we have. This is GB8PCA listening.
20SEC, takes M0XNT. Just mark me down for the pound and then carry on. Over to you. GB8PCA.
I certainly will. I'm sorry you were too quick. Just go with your call sign again for me.
2 Echo 0, Sierra Echo Tango.
Got it that time, thank you. You're obviously somewhere near Southend, or this corner of the country, because I could get you on the input, and when that happens, I get a big echo, and then I forget to turn it up, and no one on YouTube can hear me. But 2E0SET got you in the log at 2033, and that's another one for the donation. Thank you very much indeed. Right, back to the top. Dorothy, I wonder if you're outside. M0LMR, portable maybe, from GB8PCA. No, I think she's talking too much outside. Let me just try once more. M0LMR from GB8PCA. No, I'll wave at her in a second when she's outside. Right, Bob signed M7TRU, Mick from GB8PCA.
GB8PCA and 7TRU. I'll keep it fairly brief because there's a few people on. But yeah, this is great, isn't it? The way that amateur radio, you get a little insight into people's lives, and you know, sometimes it's really good because you can like discuss things, and you know, when you sort of meet somebody normally, and you know, it's not very involved, they look like they're in perfect health. It's only when you sort of stay with people, like either through radio or you know them really well, do you get to know the sort of ins and outs. And it's quite shocking in a way, because you realise that most people have got some sort of ailment. Very few people are in like 100% health all the time. So it does give you sort of little insights into, you know, other people's problems, and it puts a lot of things in perspective, doesn't it? Anyway, I'll stop waffling and hand it back. GB8PCA from M7TRU.
M7TRU from GB8PCA. Yes, absolutely, you are completely correct. It does, it puts things in perspective. So thanks for Yeah, thanks for that. Right, 2E0 HVO, and I've remembered to turn the audio back up again. 2E0 HVO, GB8PCA.
GB8PCA from 2E0 HVO. This is a really emotional and emotive kind of conversation this evening. It's unusual not to sort of ramble off into one subject or another, but my dad also passed away from prostate cancer. So it's a really, really important subject to raise, and thanks again, Andrew, for doing so. I don't want to kind of paste the demographic of us radio amateurs, but generally, Dorothy accepted, it's slightly older chaps than younger chaps. So the one thing I would say is, next time we have a blood test, ask for a PSA to be added. Get people to check your PSA. It's not my area of doctoring. I do something else, but it's really, really important to raise this kind of public awareness. Anything we can do would be great. I'm happy to donate my £1 remotely, but also give to your Just Giving page. I think it's a really, really worthy cause, and thank you for raising it. I mean, this has been, rather than the usual very interesting and very nice chat to get to know people, this has been really, really on topic for me. So thank you very much, Andrew. I'm looking at you on YouTube, and I will pass back to the next one and keep it relatively short. Thank you.
2-0 HVO from GB8PCA. Well, again, my deepest sympathies on hearing news about your father. It is, it's surprising, as you say. The survival rates have got much, much better. Obviously, I've done a lot of research this year, and I think it's 93% of men diagnosed will live 10 years at least. And as as you say, the general demographic for people to get prostate cancer is older, the older male generation rather than the young male generation. People generally, if you these day and age, if you get diagnosed with prostate cancer, you die with prostate cancer. You don't die from prostate cancer. But it does make that important, of course, that you get this checked. So yeah, absolutely right. Next time you go into for anything, get a PSA. It's only a blood test, and they don't hurt. Brian, 2E0 WHB from from GB8PCA.
GB8 PCA, this is 2 Echo Zero Whiskey Hotel Bravo with hiccups. If I can try and put a light-hearted spin on things, I know you all look at me and see the perfect example of masculinity, but to be honest, I have always hated my chin. And I got a bit freaked out one time. I was looking on YouTube, because I know there's an operation where they can graft some bone in the chin and push the bottom jaw out, and that's what I wanted. But while I was looking at all these different surgeries, I kept seeing this tummy tuck one come up. Now, where what you had done is necessity, what I was looking for, and this tummy tuck is vanity. It was an hour-long video, and I watched it. Well, I'll tell you, you know I know me Norse and Anglo-Saxon history, and there's a punishment at an execution called the blood eagle, basically pulling the ribs and lungs out from your back. And I watched this tummy tuck, and I was mortified, because all I could think about, it was like the blood eagle done but going in from the front. How a woman could want that, or how a man could encourage a woman to have it, I don't know. It looked excruciating, but certainly I'm glad I'm not a woman, and I'm glad I've not got weight on me. Back to you.
2E0 WHB from GB8PCA. Well, thanks, Brian. Not only have you come on and helped me donate £1, but you've done your usual and put a smile on my face. Yes, it's. I've never had an operation or any real medical things done to me prior to having the prostate cancer. So, yeah, that idea of having any kind of vanity stuff done. Purely for vanity rather than, reconstructive or anything has baffled me, but I'm going to grow old disgracefully the way I look. I don't need to have any of those. Thanks, Brian. M0XMT from GB8PCA.
Andrew, don't bother calling 20CT. That was me just getting the extra quid down on the... I was sort of looking at your page. A lot of people, I've put my call sign in. I think I'm at the top. Loads of people on there is anonymous. Don't know. Who knows? So anyway, there you go. So forget 20CT, and I won't bother with M6NFW as we're short on time. Okay. This is good actually, because I thought I'd missed this, because I suddenly remembered you were going to do this, and I thought, oh, that was last week. Oh, damn it, you know. And I thought, I'll just stick the radio on, because I was logged into work. I thought, I'll just stick the radio on. And there you were. So I did miss it, so that's all good. So anyway, I'll pass it back to you. GB8PCA from M0XMT.
M0XMT and 20ACT from GB8PCA. Thank you very much. That's £2 donated. That's fantastic. And no, you haven't missed it. Started today, and I've got the call sign through to the end of the month, so we'll be doing some other events as well. And we've got 6 people currently watching on the YouTube. We've had 27 views on YouTube. You'll see somebody sitting in the background, and we've got Paul here from GB1NHS, who's come down as well to support us and come and have a look at what we're doing. So you might even get the chance to work GB1NHS at the end if he wants to come and have a play on the radio. So we might get some local GB1NHS call signs. So we're either on DA or we'll go on to 2 meters. So that will be coming at the end. Right, Bob signed, TWW signed, so G8CYK from GB8PCA.
From G8CYK. Yeah, okay. Well, thank you again, Andy. It's been fascinating listening. I'm surprised you and I are the only two who actually confessed to this thing. My next door neighbour immediately held his hand up when I bumped into him and said, guess what, I've been diagnosed. And I'm just staggered how many people I know, mostly in the sort of 60 plus age range, have put their hands up. And so far, nobody's really had a bad experience. It's all been very much along the lines you said. You catch it early, it's not the end of the world. For your information, my initial PSA reading was 68, so I'll see your 3.8 and raise you quite a lot, because I think the numbers involved in PSA tests can be quite misleading. And I didn't know whether to be shocked, horrified, or proud to be high score, but the various professionals involved in the process basically said, don't worry, we got stuff these days. I was put on some curious substance called albuterone, which had a fairly dramatic effect on me. It completely wiped out my short-term memory. I could not remember the PIN number on my credit card, which was the most strange experience I've ever had. I was perfectly normal in every respect, but I had no short-term memory at all. But that faded after a couple of months of recovery. So, as I say, I went through the process, accepting everything I was given on the basis that if you don't do this, you'll die, and signed off just about every disclaimer imaginable. So, I just gave into the entire process and let them get on with it. And I'm fairly happy to say that I did, because I'm still around to complain. Anyway, oh look, they're all piling in now. Hello, Dorothy. Hello, Richard. Right, okay, I will pass it back to you because it is getting on. G8CYK, back to GB8PCA.
G8CYK, GB8PCA. Thank you very much. Yes, there's some additional faces coming in from outside. So as I say, we'll probably keep it a short net this evening, and we'll just do the round of finals on the next one, so that I can actually go and say hello to some of the people that have made the trip down to support the event this evening. Next one is M0NFJ from GB8PCA.
0NFJ returning. Yeah, I've got you on YouTube, so I'm waving at the screen to everybody in the background there. So let's there we go. Yeah, tell me, Andrew, is this? You say this is going on through August. I'll check QRZ, but are you doing £1 for every QSO with every call sign, or is it every call sign and every band, for example? Is there any way we can, or I can help you do more if I catch you on another band? Back to you.
M0 NFJ GB8PCA, yes, every logged QSO. So if you talk to me here and then talk to me on 70 SEMs or other bands, then that's another QSO and another £1 I will donate. So we'll see how broke I am by the end of the month. Hi. But yep, I will be doing, just tonight, this is sort of the launch night where I'm doing the Essex Ham Monday Night Net on GB3DA. Saturday we'll be probably doing HF and try and spread the word a bit further. And we'll try and get 2 and 77s. I might even do some of the digital modes as well. But every log, I've got the sheet. I'm down to number 18 already. And people have been donating on the Just Giving page. It was almost at £500 before I left this evening. So amazing that people are donating when they feel able to. But please, if you don't, then just have a QSO with me. That will help as well. Right, last one on the list is M0JBY from GB8PCA.
Golf Bravo 8, Bravo Charlie Alpha, this is Mike 0 Julia Bravo Yankee. Yeah, it's going well, Andrew. It's and all the people's experiences. Fortunately, touch wood, I'm okay at the moment. Well, that's the theory. And as you said, other people have said on television, it's a lot of things that people have said, oh, these things only happen to old people, and it's not necessarily true, as we had by Dame, what was her name? She just got an award, the Damehood, but it covers all sorts of ages, really. It's just coming to light. This is Mike 0 Julia Bravo Yankee, returning to Golf Bravo 8 Papa Charlie Alpha.
M0JBY GB8PCA, absolutely, Elliot, and that was one of the things early on, obviously, with my first PSA reading was just 2.8. Whoops! Hopefully you can all still hear me, because I've just kicked the cables. Yep, everything looks good. Yes, my PSA was 2.8, I'm only 47. Well, I was 46 at the time that was taken, so it was, oh no, don't worry, it's definitely not going to be cancer, you're far too young and that's far too low, and then of course further tests were done, so it's unusual but not unheard of. So, yep, again, another reason to any sort of the idea of PCA being awareness, prostate cancer awareness, go and get anything checked. And have a look at Prostate Cancer UK's website. There is a plethora of information on there that if you don't want to go to your doctor, you can go and have a read and have a look at the information that's on there. And of course, get in touch with me. My email address is available and on QRZ, and I will happily have a chat with anybody offline. And I'm not medically trained, but I will talk about my experiences at least. Right, that is the bottom of the list. So before we do the round of finals, let's just see if anybody else would like to cost me £1 and have a QSO with the special event call sign GB8 Papa Charlie Alpha Prostate Cancer Awareness. Just give us a call sign now and we'll add you to the list. This is GB8PCA listening. Okay, no more now, so let's do the round of finals. I'm not going to call Dorothy because she's sitting behind me, so we'll say, that's okay, we'll wave and say, there we go, 73 from Dorothy behind. So M7TRU, Mick, for your final, GB8PCA.
Hello, GB8 PCA, M7TRU for a final. Yeah, I've got the live feed on, but I've turned the sound off because you can't listen to both at the same time. But yeah, I've only ever seen the hack space when it first opened, and I remember it being absolutely jammed solid with people. So it's sort of weird to see it, you know, with, I think at the moment there's 3 of you in the room. I've never seen it so unpacked, as it were. So anyway, great net, and yeah, I hope it sort of educates a few people to look things up and, you know, check things out. So great on you, Andrew, and good luck with it all. And I hand it back to you, GB8PCA from M7TRU.
M7TRU, GB8PCA. Thank you very much for coming on and supporting us and having a chat this evening. And yeah, if you, as I say, hopefully we'll talk again further down when we're doing the other events. And yeah, not many people inside there. Quite a few people I think were stood outside earlier, and I know Aubrey's floating around as well. I don't know if he's still here, but he popped up, and I've seen a few people walking past me as I've been concentrating on the net. So thanks, Mick. 2E0HVO from GB8PCA.
GB8PCA from 2E0HVO. Blimey, it's me again. Yeah, nice to see the infamous Dorothy on the video. I think she was the second person I spoke to after I passed my foundation exam. So give her a wave in the background from me. And again, just thank you, Andrew, for your making everyone aware of this. It's been a really, really interesting and very focused net tonight. But again, I can just echo what you said, which is next time you go for a blood test, get your PSA done. It's one of those things to keep an eye on. It can creep up on you, as it did for my dad. And what a great course. It's been a really, really, really great net. Thank you so much for hosting it, and speak to you all again next week. This is 2E0HVO signing clear.
2E0HVO, GB8PCA, thank you very much for coming on and supporting the call sign and having a chat with us this evening. Thank you very much indeed. Brian, for your final, 2E0WHB, with Dorothy waving in the background from GB8PCA.
It's about a 20-second delay.
GB8PCA 2E0WHB. Andrew, may I have your permission to de-key, then return and finish my over with a very special stanza from an old Norse oral tradition? It's only a 5-line stanza.
Please go ahead.
2 Echo Zero Whiskey Hotel Bravo. Firstly, I am absolutely blown away by people that have problems and then do little things that are good, like Christian does for mine and yourself have done tonight. It humbles me because I am immortal and I don't have these problems. But this stanza I dedicate to you. Right? It's from the Harbour Mail, which is known as the Wisdom of the High One, and it goes thus. Cattle die, kindred die, all men are mortal. But one thing I know that never dies are the good deeds one does in life. And Andrew, you're doing a good deed. You live forever. 73, thanks for the net.
2E0WHB from GB8PCA. Brian, thank you very much. That's yeah, that's touching because I have my own views about afterlife and things like that. And I think you're absolutely right. You live on in how you touch other people's lives throughout your life. I certainly know that's how my grandfather lives on in me. He had a great sense of humour, and I try and carry that through. He instilled that in me, so really appreciate that. Thanks very much, and talk to you again soon. M0XMT from GB8PCA for your final.
You caught me on the hop there. I was just catching up with the video feed. I was like, yeah, well done, Brian. Awesome. Well, not much else to say, actually. I think you've done well there. Learned quite a bit, actually. I'm at risk. But I think, I think I'm at risk of lots of things, so we'll see. But yeah, worth keeping an eye on, definitely. And we will see. I'll probably get 5 everything all in one go, I reckon. But been trying hard enough. But anyway, yeah, I was just going to try and send some people promote the hack space a little bit as well. Don't know how that's getting on. I've only ever been there on open days, but there are 1 or 2 people I know that could probably benefit from being able to play around with the stuff in there. So yeah, just an introduction. Anyway, all good stuff. 737 88 Dorothy, of course. And cheers, Andrew. Catch you on the next one. So GB8PCA from M0XMT/20SET.
M0XMT from GB8PCA and the other call sign. Thank you very much, and thanks for coming on this evening. And as you say, hopefully we'll work again on the call sign over the next couple of weeks. Next is G8CYK from GB8PCA.
From G8CYK again. Yes, thanks for that. Well, you saved everybody from having to watch the closing ceremony of the Commonwealth Games. It's one of these satanic worships of the ball thing by the look of it, so probably better off not watching that anyway. Interesting games, just like school sports day, really. Okay, I will. It's very disconcerting watching you on the YouTube thing, seeing your mouth move and thinking, is he talking now? And of course it was a long time ago. Probably further than the moon distance, that sort of delay, isn't it? Anyway, I shall love you and leave you and say good night to all, and good night to the gentleman from the NHS sitting there looking intent. They're doing a great job, but I can't get an NHS dentist in this part of the world under any circumstances at the moment. It's really tricky, and I may have to resort to the toolbox to sort this one out. Cheerio, G8CYK, off and clear with GB8PSA.
G8CYK, GB8PCA, thank you very much for coming on, and yeah, Paul there from the NHS has just waved to you. So yeah, it's a bit disconcerting in this delay, isn't it? It's even worse when I look up and I think to myself, who's that man drinking? He looks like me. Oh, that was me 20 seconds ago. Yeah, of course. Thank you very much, M0. If you stick around for a couple of minutes, you might be able to work GB1 NHS, who might be jumping on the radio when I finish. So stand by for that. M0 NFJ from GB8PCA.
M0 NFJ returning. Yeah, the wonderful thing you've done, Andrew, really. Yeah, I think things like this are incredible. In fact, it leaves me feeling rather humbled, actually, thinking I should probably do a little bit more. Yeah, there we go. Chatting about a subject like this, it does tend, I think, as you know, other people have touched on, it does tend to put things in perspective. Anyway, thanks very much. Nice catching up with you, and I shall make every effort so we can have a QSO on other bands, so we can put a bit more in that pot there for the foundation. Take care, and speak to you soon. It's M0 NFJ 73s signing off.
M0 NFJ GB8PCA, thank you very much indeed for coming up this evening and sticking with us to the end. Much appreciated. These sorts of things can only be done if people actually, you know, I could sit and call CQ and is anyone listening, but it takes other people to join in as well, so thank you very much. And last on the list goes to Elliot this evening, and that means that there has been 13 people joining us net this evening. Thank you to everyone. That means that's £13 including the SET call sign as well, so that's 13 quid into the pot that will be added to the other money that's on Just Giving as well, from the various clubs that have donated and people that have kindly donated on there as well. M0JBY from GB8PCA.
Golf Bravo 8, Papa Charlie Alpha, this is Mike 0, Julia Bravo Yankee. Yes, Andrew, it's you've done well. It's also letting people know things are at, what is happening, because it's a lot of people, everything was kept in the closet for decades. Nobody would talk about anything. It's like I watched the news or some program, I think it was on the news or so, where this young girl, only about 8 or 10, has a bag fitted, and she's getting all these teddy bears made with colostomy bags, so the youngsters who have to have them can play with a doll or teddy bear that they can understand what's happening to them. So people tend to have hidden everything in the closet for a lot of these things and put it down to, as I said before, it's only old people that get these things, which is not actually true. This is Mike 0 Julia Bravo Yankee, returning to Golf Bravo 8 Papa Charlie Alpha.
M0 JBY from GB8PCA. Thank you very much, Elliot. Yes, you're absolutely right. And I don't know if you saw there on the YouTube stream, but Kelly made an appearance then. I didn't do a disclaimer this evening, but thank you very much to the Essex Repeater Group for the use of GB3DA this evening, and other repeaters are available. Right, that's the bottom of the list. I'd just like to thank everybody that's joined. If you didn't get a chance to say hello this evening and would like me to donate £1 for your call sign, then have a QSO with me next time we are on. We're going to be doing the net again. I'm going to be at Sears Club tomorrow. There is the net next week, and then Saturday we will be here at the Hack Space, and another day, I think it's the following weekend as well. So have a look at QRZ with the call sign Golf Bravo 8 Papa Charlie Alpha, and I've got all the dates and the information on there. Thank you to everyone, and 7-3 from me, Andrew, and Golf Bravo 8 Papa Charlie Alpha signing. Good night all.
Right.